Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inside. Oh man, try that again. Wrong show. Okay, you good? Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Around the Rim. Here with me today, I have Mr. James Goose Davenport, class of 1964 at the old Rockville High School. Mr. Davenport, first of all, talking about tonight, the 50th anniversary of this game, just how special is it to be here tonight?
Real special, especially when you're 78 years old.
Did you?
But it was quite a rivalry way back.
Now, I understand that back then, and correct me if I'm wrong, we tried to do the best research we could, but it was a 14-team district back then, and everybody competed in the same classification.
Right.
So, with it being such a big district, you probably, I'm guessing you played everybody once, maybe twice over the span of a year. How'd that all work?
We played everybody once except when the county tournament. We didn't play Murfreesboro Central because they got into the district tournament with us. We played, and this district was so strong, they would send 3 teams out of here to go to Cookville at the regional.
Who was that usually?
Well, fortunately when I played, we were one of them, Rockville, Kittrell, which had Jimmy Montgomery, Jimmy Nipper, all those, my brother-in-law David Adams, Bobby Joe Jones, Ben Cates.
What was it like playing the game back then versus, which I'm sure you probably keep up with basketball and sports in general today, what was it like to just play the game back then?
It was great. You could not believe the community involvement in the schools. It was the great atmosphere. When we played Kittrell or Las Casas or somebody like it, I've seen us at Rockville High School. It was a barn. It was a big barn, had windows up on the top tier, and I've seen them where they couldn't get out of bounds with it, and they were up on the roof looking through the skylight windows watching the ball game.
How was that trying to shoot the basketball looking up and seeing people staring at you up there? I bet that was wild, wasn't it?
There's so much racket you'd have paid no attention to anything.
Well, what about during the winter too? Did it ever? I mean, I'm sure it was probably pretty cold in there playing.
Big pot belly stove.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah.
Well, Coach Snell, is that who you played for? Coach
No,
Snell?
I played for Clifton Tucker.
Clifton Tucker. So tell me about Coach Tucker. What was it like to play for him?
Great guy. Let me tell you, I went to Central, and I drop out, played hooky all the time. They were threatening to put me in reform school, really and truly. And then we came to Rockville, me and my buddy, Billy Rowland. And we hitchhiked 4 years to graduate at Rockville. The community was such great people in involvement, great atmosphere in sports, everything. And it was just daylight and dark.
Doesn't have to be necessarily a particular one unless you've got one that really sticks out to you, but do you have a memory of something in particular that you can remember that you're like, from when you played, that you're like, I'll never forget this the rest of my life?
There's a bunch of them. I got a great memory.
What's the best one?
Best one was when we beat Kittrell in the regional tournament to play Murfreesboro. I shot the winning shot to go in, the last second buzzer beater.
Do you remember the play itself and how it all got set
yes,
up?
Yes, I
do.
do.
Take me through that. Take me through that. I got to know.
Well, what they did is they set a screen for me, and I rolled off the screen and got to the elbow, and I had the option to take it onto the hoop or shoot from the elbow. But I was wide open at the elbow, so I shot a jump shot at the elbow and made it.
So, Mr. Davenport, after you graduated from Rockville, where did life take you? What'd you end up doing?
Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam had a call in for me.
And then you've lived here in the area rest of your life, or?
Yeah, well, when I first came out, I lived in Georgia for a while. Then I moved back to Tennessee, and I've been here. I've been in Murfreesboro all my life. And I live right now in the Rockville district. I live right down there, right off the Franklin Road, Casey Lane area, St. Andrews. I still live in the same area.
Yes, sir. You got a prediction for tonight? What do you think? What's going on tonight? Who's winning?
I'm not going to shoot, but I got to go for the Rockets.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm one of those that said, you can tell there's a big rivalry because you look where that Rocket's pointed out there.
Toward Eagle. That's a good point. We never thought about that. Well, Mr. Davenport, is there anything that I may have forgot or anything else you'd like to add before we finish up here?
I'm going to say this. This community played a big part in my life, me coming out here and graduating. And I have a deep, burning love for this community.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Davenport on Around the Rim. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.